This is the URT. Welcome to the URT. Big up the URT. Subscribe and like the video, URT. Smash the likes, URT. Welcome. Lots of things going on around Manchester United. We're going to try to get in what is really going on. So sit back, relax, make a cuppa maybe. Have a cuppa. And sit down, relax. We're going to tell you all about it. But make sure, people, please, when you watch the video, just like the video. I'm not asking for too much. The maximum each video should have is 200 likes. So please, watch the video, press the like. Takes 2 seconds. But Jim's got a lot to say, people. Jim's got a lot to say. And we want to just go quickly to the record of what's going on and what sacking all the people that they've sacked at this football club, what that has led to. So I just want to share a screen with you quickly because I really need you to see this. I really want you to see this, people. Here we go. We're talking about Jim the Rat Glazer. Cost-cutting regime has come with consequences, not at least concerning Manchester United Academy building, which dates back 2002 and had a refurbishment in 2017. There are allegations that toilets have been left unclean, bins unemptied, pitch perimeters worn and littered. With complaints made, there are not enough maintenance staff employed to maintain the standards. Exterior signs are fading. Machinery has been left around the site. All those who wear the club tracksuits, including the coaches and first-team analysts, but including players, Ruben Amorim and his coaches now have to wash their own kits. A shortage of staff has alleged to have played a factor in the embarrassing episode where Manchester United's under-13s had to borrow shorts and socks when playing against Everton at Carrington last month. A shortage of staff is alleged to have played a factor in an embarrassing episode where Manchester United's under-13 had to ask to borrow shorts and socks when playing against Everton at Carrington. Yeah. Big up to John, Joseph. Big up to you. So, the title says Jim could leave. Well, Jim could leave because Jim is doing a terrible, terrible job. Jim and his absolute minions, his cronies at the club, are doing a horrendous job. So Jim could leave because of that reason. But the other reasons why Jim could leave is because my guy, even though I don't agree, I'm just reporting the news and I'll give you my 2 pence. It's that clowns like this guy here, who I mean, I'll give you my 2 pence, but this guy here, Turki Al-Sheikh. Some of you wonder who the F is Turki Al-Sheikh. Turki Al-Sheikh is basically the man heading the sporting takeover, global sporting takeover by the Saudi Arabian king. I repeat, Turki Al-Sheikh is the guy who's running world boxing right now. So all the big boxing games go there. He's also bought part of the golfing world and is bringing, comedians and all sorts of people to that country. He's this guy who come from nowhere and is basically running things. He made a tweet yesterday saying Manchester United are going to be taking over. Manchester United are potential sale. It says, my yesterday post about Manchester United potential sale meant the club is in advanced negotiating phase with new investors. Just to clarify, I'm not the investor, nor are they from my nation. I'm posting this as a fan who wishes a deal could happen. Thought it might not necessarily happen. little get out clause there. Thought it might not necessarily happen. So Jim Glazer can leave because when the Glazers put the club up for sale, which I think it was fake, you know, my 2 pence, they just were looking for investment. There was clause that from this August, somebody could bid and meet the money the Glazers are asking and buy out the Glazers and buy out basically Jim Ratcliffe as well, do a hostile takeover. So that's why Jim could leave Manchester United, people. That's the reason why Jim can leave Manchester United. Now, obviously, this news has spun all over. You know, everybody's getting giddy and excited. I put my tweet out, you know, to give my personal point of view. Let me just show you people what I wrote. This is what I wrote. Just for the record, I don't believe of any of this Glazer sales Saudi BS because everybody jumped to the gun, didn't they? Everyone was like, oh, he's going to buy Manchester United. Like their fund already owns Newcastle. Those of us who pay attention to the things have heard this all before. Yes, we did. And the reason why I said that, because I've done videos on this channel where I've basically talked about, the Glazers being in Saudi, where that absolute muppet, Avram Glazer, is in Saudi talking about, oh, we got Ronaldo when he was so much young and look what we turned him into. That's about 6 years ago. Maybe more than that, maybe 6, 7 years ago, that's 8 years ago, when they were looking, and the Saudis were looking to buy 30% of Manchester United. 30%. The Glazers were willing to sell 30% of the club. And then the Saudis got sick of it. And then they went and bought Newcastle. But that is what I'm saying to you about. I've heard it all before. Because everybody jumped the gun and said, Turki Al-Sheikh is going to buy Manchester United. Well, he's clarified it and said, we're not involved. He said this. Saeed. He's saying, we're not involved. As a fan. See that? He says, as a fan. As a fan. So there is something might be going on, people. I'm not going to say this. I just don't believe any of this bullshit. I am sick and tired. We are sick and tired of being sick and tired of all of this bullshit. Now, because of the club, where the club stands right at this moment, we're 1.3 billion in debt. How are you going to get money to build a stadium and the work's supposed to be starting soon? They haven't even bought the area because the company who owns the area to where they want to build the stadium around Old Trafford want 200 million. Glazers and Jim the Rat Glazer only believe that is worth 50 million. Let me repeat. Jim the Rat Glazer think that's worth 50 million, that land. But unfortunately, the company who own the land, who are actually got offices in Liverpool, and people have made that link and gone, oh, Liverpool are stopping United from building a stadium. That would be hilarious, wouldn't it? But basically, they reckon the land is worth 200 million. So there's a big gap there. There's a big 150 million in gap in terms of what the sale is. And they don't have to sell. So what could it mean? Could the Glazers leave? Could somebody from the Middle East be coming to invest? Or are the Glazers getting investment from Saudi, Dubai, or whatever to go and build a stadium? Because surely there is no bank in the world that's lending them money. And surely there'll be riots in the streets and on our pitch if Manchester United were in £2 billion debt. Now, let me repeat that. You're going to need at least to borrow $1 billion or $2 billion to build a new stadium. That's how much it's going to cost. Maybe $3 billion by the time it's complete. You know, these big grandeur stadiums, big, you know, massive kind of projects to build the stadium, to build the cultural, to build something that is marvelous. That's the tent, the clown tent that's going to be. The costs go up as the year goes up, however long it's been built. Now, the architect, apparently, is from England. He's one of the guys who's responsible for building some of the stadiums in Qatar. And he built one of the stadiums where they had different blocks. So basically, the material and the bit are made in different countries. And you can have a stand basically come and put in. All of it's made somewhere in China or in the Southeast Asia or wherever. And then it's bought in block by block, stand by stand. That's what's been reported. I'm just giving you. So the reason why we said the title, people are like, no, you're clickbaiting. I'm not. I'm just telling you what the permutations are. That Jim might not have Jim can talk about, chat shit about he's giving this, he's giving that, this manager, that manager, this how many years. And Jim could go this and that. Jim, Glazer, has taken the club to 15. He's been there for 2 years. Manchester United are in a worse place than when he came in. Facts. Could this be the Glazers? We've all been talking. I've been talking in the WhatsApp groups with friends, being out and about in Manchester on the street today. Could this be that the Glazers are actually saying, you know one thing about the Glazers? They don't like Manchester United doing bad. And that's why they sometimes overspend to make sure the share price doesn't drop a certain level. And unfortunately, if Manchester United have another woeful season like they did last season, then trouble could be between the partnership between Jim Glazer and the Glazers. Yeah, there could be a break. There could be bad things going on. So, is that what it could be? Or is this a genuine, absolutely genuine somebody in the Middle East who wants to buy Manchester United and wants to buy out? And from everything you hear about the consortiums from the Middle East or West Asia, in the Arab world, they like to buy things out fully. They don't like to share. They don't like to have different other people owning it. So that's why we were saying Jim can leave. Also, another thing why we're saying Jim could leave, because Jim's come out with a lot of waffle talking about he wants to make Manchester United the most profitable. And only when we're profitable, we can be good on the football pitch. No, mate, it's the other way fucking round. You absolute pillock. And if any of you bootlickers and sheep, believe any of the BS he's trotting out, then I feel bad for you. There is no profitable football club in the world that became good on the football pitch. It's the other way around. You were fantastic on the football pitch. You're competing for trophies, big trophies, and you're winning league titles. Then investment comes into the football club because you're successful. All the brands want to be associated with it. That's how money flows into this football club. So this idea, you have to be profitable if they lie. And he said, if the fans kick up a fuss and I get abused, like he got abused outside Crystal Palace, he didn't get abused. They just told him to get the F out of here. What you doing? He said he's going to walk away. He said he's going to walk away. So I'm not saying anything that is not being said before, that those words have not come out of his mouth. He feels if it's too much, if he's getting too much stick, then he'll leave. So the fan base, you know what to do. You want to get rid of Jim the Rat and you want to take our fight back to the Glazers, let's eliminate him. Let's get him out of here. Let's get him the fuck out of here, people. You know what to do. Except for the sheep and the bootlickers. I don't expect nothing from you. I expect nothing from you. You absolute wet blankets. But yeah, we don't know what's going on. But all I'm saying to you is, in August, it came out that if somebody wanted to buy the football club, they could get rid of Jim like that. Because if they gave the asking price, supposedly the asking price, the Glazers one, then it could be. And in the last couple of hours, what's been said is that it could be a team from Dubai or the UAE. It could be a consortium from the UAE. Don't the UAE own Man City already? What's going on here? Or it's all of this to promote the games that Manchester United are going to play against Saudi clubs from the United Arab Emirates. Is this all over being had? Or is my guy here troll like effing Elon Musk? Is he a troll because he's got previous this Muppet that everybody loves now? Everybody loves this Muppet, yeah, right? But this Muppet has got previous trolling. He put Mo Salah last season before, in one of the teams in Saudi, put him in a shirt saying, yeah, he's coming to Saudi football. Or could it be that he's friends with some of these journalists and they've said, listen, it's a slow Manchester, since Jim's come out, basically, we can't clickbait the fan base. We can't, that means Aaron's going to stay now. Can you please say something about Link United so that we can sell papers and get clicks and everything? As I'm just being honest with you, I'm covering the news, what's happening with Manchester United news. So that could be a factor as well. This guy could be a troll like Elon Musk was. Remember when Elon Musk tweeted that I'm going to buy Manchester United? Do you remember that? We covered it. We were covering it live before Jim, the Glazer came in. So it could be these things could be possible, people. All of it could be possible. So I'm just saying to you, these are what could be happening. This is what could be happening. This could be what will be happening, people. So please, I mean, big up to Toe in the Water. But this is my favorite tweet from him. This is my favorite tweet from my guy. Look at this tweet here. Let me just get it up for you. Let me just get this tweet up for you guys so I can show you. This is what my guy comes out with. This guy lies. So I never believe a word. The Glazers are nice people and passionate about Manchester United. Would I lie to you? Question mark. Big up Toe in the Water. Always keeping it real. Telling truth about Glazer. Ineos. So at the end of the day, it could be all of these things that I play, people. It could be that some journalists have asked him, some people have asked him, can you please just troll the Manchester United fans and come so we can clickbait them? All of it can be a possibility. Or it could be people who are going to invest in the stadium. And they might get shares for investing in the stadium. That's what it could be as well. But I don't believe any of it because you know me. We on this channel keep it 100%. We don't believe any of the BS that's going around. We do not. We don't believe a word that comes out the Glazer's mouth. We never believe a word that's coming out of the Jim Glazer. We never believe a word coming out from some deluded people saying that they're United fans. I don't even know if this guy's a United fan. What proof has he got that he's a United fan? Is anybody show me a proof that he's this guy, this Turki Al-Sheikh, this dickhead, is a United fan? I hate the House of Saud, by the way. They're the biggest Zionist enablers in the Muslim world and the Arab world. They're a Zionist enablers, so they can go and fuck themselves. But yeah, we keep it 100% on this channel, people. Please like the video. That's all we ask. Subscribe to the channel and share. And let me know in the comments what you guys think. Are we being played here? Are we being trolled? Are we getting trolled? Or is there something to this? We lose or draw. Glazers out. Bankers out. Ineos out. Free Palestine. Lebanon. Congo. Sudan. Peace. Take care. Love.